So I'm very aware that the subscribers haven't seen and been introduced to the two dogs. You come forward. Right, you're going to go on that side. Meet Freddie, the liver and white. He's 9 now, so getting on a bit. He's the older dog. He's supposedly the top dog. Whether you believe that or not is another thing. This is George, the black dog, and he's 8. Now, if you've never had dogs before, or if you've never had kept animals, you won't possibly realise that they have massively different personalities and characteristics. Freddie here, if he was human, would be a male model. He is all about image. He is all about attention. He struts the stage, and he thinks that everybody who's come to see the house has come to visit him, and he craves the attention. George, on the other hand, is far less confident. He's more timid. He gets very wary of strangers at first and other dogs, but he's very, very lovable. He really does, when you get to know him, he's the empathetic one. If you're feeling low, he's the one who comes across to you and wants to give you some attention. Whereas Freddie, on the other hand, he comes across to you and he wants attention. You know, I want food, I want the ball, I want it, and I want it now. Now, if you've seen lots of other social media images of Springer Spaniels, everyone tries to portray them as being high energy, massive volume, bouncing around, doing zoomies all over the place. And I have to say, you know, a small percentage of the time these dogs can do that. But actually most of the time they're quite calm dogs. And I don't think they're any wilder than any other dogs. If you've not had dogs before, they're panting around. It's not because they're thirsty, although we're going to go back into the woods in a minute and get some water for them. They can only get rid of their heat by panting through from their tongue. So they pant in order to get rid of surplus heat in the same way that we sweat. Anyway, so those are the two dogs. I thought we'd come up into some sunshine. You can see in the background we're in a fairly it depends really what what you're used to. If you live in the wilds of Alaska, this is not remote by any stretch. But if you live in the centre of a big urban area, this is a lovely area. We're surrounded by national park, the oldest national park in the UK, set up in the early 1950s. And Freddie has decided that if I'm going to stay here for any length of time, you can scratch my stomach. And George has decided if you're going to scratch his stomach, then you can get involved with me as well. I want some attention now. Anyway, we'll get off and we'll go get some water for them. So I thought I'd introduce you in case you were wondering. And I know people who watch the channel because they just like Springer Spaniels. So we do like to try and start the walk with a little bit of obedience training. Hopefully it might set the tone for the rest of the walk, but I'm not always sure it does. So at this stage of the walk, they won't leave my side because they're itching to get the ball thrown for them. But they're going to have to wait, they have to learn a bit of patience. Although they do love playing, and I love throwing the ball for them, it has to be rationed. If we're not careful, the walk becomes nothing but an obsessive game throwing. You come here, collar, collar. So collar is the command that says, right, the lead's coming on, and we're going back into civilization. So a little bit of a treat, not much. We factor these into the thing, just 3 little biscuits for you, and 3 little biscuits for you. The dogs get a dry food, which is high in protein, but as a consequence of it being dry, they do get water added to it to give it a bit of slop. So whatever time of year it is, we're very conscious of making sure they get enough water in their food. So there we are, nearly home. If you've enjoyed this video, do like it and subscribe. It gives me some sort of feedback as to whether it's all going well. I hope you've enjoyed interacting with the dogs a little bit more, and not just watching the shorts of them running around, jumping up and down, looking for the ball.